It's Dark Siege, and I'm going to go over Runecraft. It is a new skill box, a new tech in the new updated tech tree, and I absolutely love this. And I'm going to tell you, I only initially got it because I was a content creator and I wanted to show you something new. I am so glad I did. I will get this every single time. There's no reason. I'm just telling you, this thing is awesome. I'm going to go into how you use it, the benefits, how to work cooperatively with the rest of your coalition so you can have 100% uptime. And maybe I'll go over a couple of changes or things I would like to see added. And lastly, I'll go over the tech tree because we got into our pass 4 Zone 5 fighting. That's been completed. And I'll show you where I was at and what decisions I had to make in my tech tree. All right, here's my little plug, and then we're going to get into it. If you're like in an elevator or an office building and you're playing this without headphones, annoying people, like and subscribe. Okay, let's look at how do we get it going. There's one I produced. Let me show you how I did it. So you go into your city, and this is the research center. And once you've already researched it, then you will see right here, it comes up. That's what you would press. But let me show you how you get there in the skill tree and the decisions that you have to make to get there. Okay, I've talked about this before. You can single line this right here. I've done some extra stuff here because I messed up, but you just need to do your single line. I have another video where I talk about the new crystal tech if you want to know like how to get through it. But once I got to here, right, I got my second set of attack, defense, health. And you need all of that stuff to kind of keep going. And you get larger camps. And I believe I needed larger camps 5 to get into Runecraft. Okay? And so when I got to here, I had a decision to make. I can pick Runecraft, or I could pick 2 below it, expanded formations, right? Gives you that 6 march. I could keep going with healing. I could do emergency support, which increases my hospital. And to be fair, who wants to have deaths because you're not paying attention, so you want to increase that hospital? Or you do health and potentially some more march speed, right after it. Okay, so when you get here, Runecraft is 2.2 million. Expanded formations is 2.2 million. And that's a lot, right? Especially when you can start putting it into other skill boxes to increase. And when I do expanded formations, it gives you flexibility to have marches in place, especially to pick up ruins, right? It seems like you use an extra march to camp out at ruins. And so when you get Runecraft, it kind of almost eliminates that because you get enough, deads or sad faces that you go back and you can just pick it up again. You're right there. So it's really, really simple and convenient. But the biggest thing when I looked at Runecraft versus expanded formation was one I thought was more me, like it helps me, and the other one helps me and a lot of other people. And at the time that I got Runecraft, not a lot of people had it. No one in my alliance that I'm aware of had it. And in the coalition, I was aware of one other at the time. And then since to find out there's 3 or 4 people that have it. And I'm assuming at the first fight, because this is what this is about, right? We're at Pass 4, Zone 5, and not many people had it. So I was like, you know what? I want to be a team player. I'm going to help out. I'm going to get it. I'm assuming as we get to Pass 7, especially Kingsland, there's going to be a lot of people who get it. And what I would say is to make sure that people aren't dropping the same ruins at the same time, that you coordinate. And it's really easy in your alliance. Hey man, when you're on and the other persons are usually come in at night, so you can coordinate. Hey, I'll drop health if you want to drop a health in 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours, whatever it is, right? Or later in the day, assuming one doesn't drop naturally. Same with any kind of fighting ruin, right? You guys just coordinate it. And that's how you become efficient with this. So you get 100% uptime on healing, fighting, training, whatever it is that your kingdom needs at that time. Okay, so like I told you, I picked Runecraft. Now, looking at it, I think it really should say in its abilities that you get 2 per day. There is a little question mark here that I couldn't find for a long time that tells you, hey, you do the research, you can summon 2 per day. And it resets at reset. I just think it would have been nice to tell me. You know what would even be better? If they had like an indicator. And I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so as far as like how far I got, that's as far as I got. As far as the siege provisions, I think I had it at level 1. And if I'm being completely honest, as a siege player, if I were done right now, I'd be fine in Kingsland, right? And it's one of those things as a siege player, I also felt not pressure, but an obligation that, hey man, I can help my kingdom a little bit more now by getting Runecraft, then I'm going to do it. And it may sound cheesy, but when I tell you all the shit drama that happened with Siege, and I'll do another video about it, it becomes very crystal clear that, hey, as a Siege player, you're always looking for, you should always be looking for opportunities to help your kingdom, to give yourself value outside of, hey, I can do a shit ton of damage from behind you guys, right? Like, yes, we do. Yes, we knock it out of the park at times. But if we were all to leave, everybody would be fine, right? So you just want to find that extra special love to help your kingdom. Okay, so let's get into which ones you can get. Oh, the other thing I would change too is its position. You're under muscle memory when you click right here. You're thinking it's this bad boy here. So I would take it and just rotate it up on top. You know, you want to keep these the same because that's what you're used to. Just take this and it's just somewhere definitely different than where it's at now. Anywhere in this top arc would be fine. Okay, I'm going to press it. And this is what you see. The second thing I would like to add is right here, like a box. And it shows, I mean, either you can even do it like ruins left for the day, 1, 2. But if you want to make it look bitchin', you know, you have some ruins, 2 of them. And they light up. And when you use it, it goes grayed out. And when you use both, they're both grayed out. Yay. And it gets to a thing where once you've used both of them and you press this button, you can't get into it anymore. And I don't like that. Let me get into it. Let me know I can't use it. But like, I want to know I want to look at this. I don't know why. But when you restrict me from looking at it, it pisses me off. But okay, that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's talk about the rooms themselves. And if I'm being honest, Lilith did it right. Now, there's 1 or 2 I think would be nice. I'm not sure what the hell is going on there. But they did this really, really well. And let's talk about it. Healing Rune. Check. Right? Want those heals. Training. Check. Right? The AP recovery, that's a cherry on top. I love that. The AP recovery is one that you're going to use when you're not in battle. And mostly the training too, right? One that I would love to see added is 10% 10% gathering. I don't know why I blanked there. I even have it written down. Okay, 10% gathering would be really, really nice. That's one thing I would change. You add that 10% gathering, and if people are newer, they may want that 15% increase in experience would be nice, right? But if you change nothing on these, they did a really good job. I mean, excellent job. All right, let's start from the top here. Troop attack, 10%. Love it. Defense, 10%. Health, 10%. Right? If we're going to split them up now with troop attack and defense, this one I think becomes a lot more valuable because they took away the attack. I'm going to do another video on, as a siege, the stats you should get and how you can mix it up a little bit. Man, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but it's something I do now every time I battle. Okay, like I mentioned, you got the healing at 15%, the AP recovery, training, march speed, and attack. Let's go back one. Training speed, 15%. Forgive me if later on I say 10% because I've been messing up a lot because of these numbers are in my head. But how bitchin' is it for your kingdom to now reliably say, hey, at reset, or whatever time you want, we're going to do a kingdom training buff, and we're going to have a 15% training speed guaranteed. Fucking awesome. Like, that's cool. That is a game changer. You know, it's like you're always running around trying to find the best ruins. And this is why I think if you were to give me a third ruin or a third opportunity to use 3 a day, that would be really, really nice. And Lilith, for some reason you're watching my video, my pitch is typically 1 or 2 of these ruins, right? 1 or both is going to be for my kingdom. What helps them the most? And if there's a lot of these out there, then it's not that big of a deal. But when there's only like 1 or 2 of you, and I'm honestly not sure if I'm the only one in my alliance who has this. There may be more, but I'm just not aware of it, right? But if I'm the only one in my alliance, right, and I'm in alliance chat, leadership chat, and I'm legitimately like, hey, what runes do you want dropped? I'm here to help my kingdom. And so it'd just be cool. Like, I for sure want, when I'm fighting, I love this one. I love the attacks and the march speed at 7%. 3% giving away attack, right? Like, what I mean is if I were to use the 10%, but I lose 3% to gain 7% march speed, to me, that's completely worth it. Because me not getting hit multiple times because I'm putting my tower and running away, see ya, right? That 7% may save me a ton of healing. I'm good with that, right? Okay. And then also with heals, how frustrated do you get when you're trying to heal days later after the fights or even during the fights and there's no healing rune? You just feel like it's a fucking waste, man. And now that's not an issue. It's so cool, man. I love it. And then just honestly, when you're picking which one you want to drop for fights, it's just bitching. That's all I got to say. Like, if you get it, you will automatically be like, I see what he meant. That's what he's talking about. Like, I can explain it to you visually and you might understand a little bit. But when you start dropping ruins and it's like, yeah, that's the one I want. I got it for sure. Boom. It's cool. It allows you to plan things. And there's a reliability aspect to it now that the runes didn't have before. And Lilith doesn't get hurt by like not having these out there, right? It doesn't hurt them at all. And it's a huge win, a huge W for the community. I love it, man. I really do. And maybe because the first time I dropped a healing rune and everybody needed it, they're like, oh shit, thanks, Dark, right? Like, man, no problem. And that just brings the community together. I don't know. I like it. And again, if you want to coordinate with other people to make sure that you guys always have 100% uptime on certain things, I would really, really tell you to do that. Okay, so let's show how we do it. I'm going to drop a healing rune. It's because I like to heal a lot. So you select the healing, because I'm down a lot of troops. You hit summon, and it goes right around your building. And so you can put it anywhere in this circle, provided it's not on somebody else. But there's always like room. Excuse me. So let's drop it. I'll make it here. I'll put it here so people can target it and it's on territory. And that'll be really helpful for people. So summon. Well, I did a cut back. And I tell you that because the duration is 8 hours. I really like the way it shows who summoned it. It just looks cool, like the sparkly. Like, they did a really, really good job. One thing that I want to credit them with is, and this is the reason why I mentioned that I did a cut, an edit. And because it's in an 8-hour duration, just like the other ones. And I say that because it's not like they did like an hour duration that, when you summon it, you only get it for like an hour, a half hour, or 2 hours. Like they went, hey, you summon it, you get the full 8 hours. And I really appreciate that they did that. I think that's pretty cool. it's just so cool to see it next to your city. I don't know. It'll take a minute to get used to this type of activity or visual as well, right? I will say, please like and subscribe. I'm not saying it's a game changer, but it's a time saver as well, where your guy's not running around for an hour, 30 minutes one way to get a buff, come back, and then you forget the guy over there, and it takes forever to come back. Like, there's a lot of cool aspects of this. The guaranteed training if you want it, the continual healing, the reliability and consistency of this. It's cool, man. Lilith did a good job. If they implement the couple of changes I recommended, it would be a 10 out of 10. Right now it's a 9.5. No, honestly though, they did a really, really good job. And I'm very critical of them at times. But this is good. This is real good. All right, guys. Range rocks. See you later.